have a bad habit of leaning forward and pulling, even though you know you shouldn't.
They say what you don't know can hurt you. I'm just really struggling. Javelin and I are both extremely athletic, naturally, but we're not communicating, and I can't continue like this. We have moments of greatness, and then just completely out of control.
And your horse is going to end up frustrated and confused. Is not riding accurately.
What is going on? And I just gotta be honest about where I'm at in the process, because this is not the way you're supposed to ride. It's not the way. But the way I'm riding is not correct. I'm leaning forward, I'm hunched, she's off balance.
Slouching is one of the worst things you can do in the saddle. It puts your horse on the forehand. Your seat isn't able to follow your horse.
My arms are stiff. This is not how you're supposed to ride. I just gotta make some changes. When I ride bareback, without any tack, I feel great. I feel balanced. I'm sitting back. I have a great position. But you can't compete riding bareback. You have to use a saddle. And this saddle is throwing my body out of alignment. And it honestly hurts. I'm going through a big transformation. Stick through this video and you're going to see step by step the struggle, the realness, the growth. And you're not going to believe what we've gone through and where we are today, but I just have to be honest about this.
Welcome back to Cure Source. So I just made a huge investment. I purchased a new riding saddle. So the saddle that I had before was an all-purpose English saddle, and I felt like my leg was like sitting too far forward and high. And this saddle is supposedly going to put me in the correct position, going to lower my leg, put my seat backwards. When I'm riding bareback, I don't have this problem, but I just got it on eBay, and I paid. It was a big investment. It's used, it's pre-owned. You're $900 for it. The value new is just under $3,000. It's actually my first purchase on eBay. Well, second. One time I bought a koi fish on eBay. Here it comes. It's wrapped like a Christmas present. Gorgeous. So this is my new saddle. This saddle is leather. I know this sounds crazy, but this is my first leather saddle. I usually just get synthetic. And then she also was nice enough to throw in girth. Alrighty, we're gonna get the saddle started. What do you guys think? Better not eat my saddle, okay? Let's go try this out. Dressage saddle. Sarge, you ready to go? You the most handsome boy? I think the saddle fits you beautifully. Sarge has a very skinny little waist. Don't you have a skinny waist, boy? It's interesting. So it actually has 3 straps. I'm not sure why. We'll figure it out. First time in the dressage saddle. Let's see if it helps. Saddle. It's raining, so we can't do too much because I'm gonna ruin my phone. I've been having an issue getting my body in alignment in a straight line for some reason in my hunt saddle. And I really want to ride the horses more dressage. So I bought a dressage saddle. Let's see if it fixes my position. First time riding in a dressage saddle. The canter is night and day easier. My leg feels back. I feel like I'm not on his withers for the first time. I just love the saddle so far. Sitting trot is still a little bit too bouncy, but it's much better than the hunt saddle. Oh, the canter is so much easier to sit. It's just easier to find the rhythm and just sit and stay quiet.
You have tight hips. This is a big problem when you're riding because it can make it really hard to sit the trot and to put your leg on.
I feel like my leg is bouncing too much. What do you guys think? Is this too much of a bounce or is this normal? Again, first time riding in the dressage saddle.
It's day 2 and it's definitely improvement, but just look at my arms. Yank, yank, yank. I'm just like pulling him in the face. I did send the video to Ashley and Joy, and I have a new obsession. Her name is Amelia Newcomb. She's a fellow YouTuber. She's huge into dressage. She has videos for like almost a decade, and it's just like great free content and non-free content. I just do the free content at the moment, but it's like how to fix your bounce. And apparently, if you're bouncing, it could be because you're gripping with your knee. And you're just not letting your hips act as a shock absorber. So she recommended no stirrups. That's what I tried. And just look at my arms bouncing. I think this is my biggest issue, to be honest with you.
You have to understand is that if you see a video of your riding and your hands are like doing all these crazy things, your hands are not the root cause. The root cause is your seat. Your hands are just an exaggeration of the problems in your seat.
It's day 1 with Javelin in the dressage saddle. And although my seat is a lot better than it was prior, just look at my body. I'm leaning so far forward onto her withers. That is not correct. But I feel like I'm trying to give Javelin more rein as she's stretching down into the bridle. And I'm just kind of throwing my arms forward and giving her the rein. But this is not correct, and she's not happy about this. Her head is inverted. It should be a straight line. You see her white blaze? That should be like a straight line looking at the ground, and that's not what she's doing. Like, we don't have the contact, which is the physical feel of the reins between my hands and her mouth. There's just no connection, and it's clear I have to work on my connection with Javelin. I stayed up all night last night, and I was obsessed with Amelia Newcomb's dressage videos about sitting into the saddle and trying to use my hips more as a shock absorber, and this is something that I really have to work on. I'm used to just tensing. I have very strong muscular legs from gymnastics, and apparently I just have to relax. But Sarge and I are getting so much better, and let's just enjoy this for a little while. Oh, and there's just another YouTuber. Her name is Camilla Abel, the equine helper. She suggested that when I sit the trot, to like act like it's the reverse of like a trampoline, so to absorb the bounce. And I've tried that, and that is such a helpful tip. So thank you, equine helper. That was a huge help. You're so good at explaining, and keep those videos coming. Alrighty, it's time to go back out to my room and binge watch YouTube on Amelia Newcomb's channel and figure out how to stop this bounce. Alrighty, I'm trying to work on my sitting trot. I have to perfect my sitting trot, which is having an independent seat to stop my hands from bouncing. And I know I'm bouncing, but I just don't know how to fix that.
Biggest mistake that I see riders making is they start trying to sit the trot before their horse is round and on the bit. It's super important that your horse's back is up and that they're on the bit before you start sitting the trot.
Turn it around. Hands up high. Shake that ground. Boots in the baseline. Hearts in the...
I'm constantly sending my videos to Joy and Ashley from Ocala. Remember, we met her at the auction. And then, of course, going to YouTube. And she just said the biggest mistake of incorrectly sitting the trot is not getting the horse rounded on the bit. So that's something I gotta learn.
Here's 3 simple steps to get your horse round and supple in the contacts. Step number 1, get the energy. Get your horse moving forward. Step number 2, push your horse from your inside leg to your outside rein. So put your inside leg on, feel your horse move into your outside rein. Outside rein is steady. Inside rein supple, then gives. And there we go. We have a nice round supple horse.
Oh my gosh, this is heaven. Sarge is so happy doing this. And it's not just about me looking good or Sarge looking good or, looking good together, but this is important because this is going to preserve Sarge for the long term.
Here's the thing, if your horse is hollow and their back is dropped down, it's actually painful and uncomfortable for them to carry your weight. So what you want is when you get your horse round, here's what happens. You see that? You see how much he can actually lift and arch up in his back? And that provides a much more secure structure for the rider to sit on. For this reason, it's healthier for your horse and it's also more comfortable for the rider when your horse is round.
That was so much easier to sit on that trot when he was round. Okay, we're ready for more advanced stuff. Let's keep this progression, this momentum going. He's turning into a dream horse. Alright, Javelin's up next. The one thing that you should know about Javelin is if you do something wrong, she will call you out immediately. Like, right now I feel like I'm in a good position, my hands feel soft, she's reaching down for the contact, and once she reaches down, I give her the contact up. To me, that's the reward, right? Giving her the rein. And for some reason, she's going back to being inverted. So you have moments of greatness, inverted. Moments of greatness, inverted. Perfect, bad. Good. Okay. Good. Great there. And then I give her the contact and she's inverted again. I don't understand this. I just don't understand contact versus connection and how to keep Javelin happy.
When you're riding with first contact and then building connection, everything gets smooth, everything gets easy. You and your horse become one. It's like a magical feeling. Correct hand and arm position. Tip number 2 is you need to follow with your elbows. And tip number 3 is you have to improve your seat in order to make your hands better.
Okay, so once I find it, I follow the steps, I get it, she does it correctly. I give her her head and she just does not like when I throw the reins at her. And we're gonna find out why later.
Give me proper credit, I just walk away. They can beg and they can plead, but they can't see the light. That's right, 'cause the boy with the cold hard cash is always Mr. Right. 'Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material world.
Researched all of the steps and how to apply this. We're getting better, but it's just not consistent. There's a disconnect there. There's a piece of the puzzle that I am just not acquiring and putting in the correct place. And I need Joy to come out and teach me this missing trick. And again, I know I'm 100% the problem because when Javelin has the bungees in her training bungees, which is not something I use very often, especially riding. I just wanted to see if it's me or her, but it's absolutely me. Look how perfect she is with the bungees. This is how I want my arms to be. Just for the record, this video is drastically accelerated. Like, that was a 30-minute session. I showed you 3 minutes of it. I didn't show the part where I'm praising her, I'm rewarding her, and stopping her because it would be a 3-hour video. So you guys know I praise my horses nonstop. They're like puppy dogs. every day, Sarge is becoming more and more elastic. Honestly, this has only been 7 to 10 day period of training. I'm focused. I am drilled in, and I'm watching these videos like crazy, and I just know we can do this. But do you guys see the progress? Wait until you see this final ride on Sarge now. And here I'm working on engaging Sarge's hind quarters, the back end, which is where you want all the momentum and the power to come from to lift up their back.
Engagement is basically where your horse takes more weight behind and where they flex all the joints in their hind end. That's what tilts their pelvis underneath of them. We also want to see their hip joint, their stifle joint, and their hocks flex and come more forward and under. The first thing that I always consider is rider position, because the way that you sit on your horse is either going to help your horse to engage their hind end, or it's going to make your horse difficult to engage their hind end.
And then after Sarge, Joy's coming over and she's going to give me a lesson on Javelin. We have to fix that issue. And then she's also going to give me a lesson on Maverick. Disclosure, Maverick is like something out of this world. You're going to be completely blown away. Here comes Sarge's final ride on this video. Just enjoy it.
Sail away, sail away, sail away. 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 From the south to Palau in the shade of Avalon. From Fiji to Tari and the Isles of Ebony. From Peru.
Joy has been watching my videos all week and giving me pointers, and we're just working through this. And now she just came to the farm to give me and Javelin our lesson. We really need this because we're not connecting still. And there's a piece of the puzzle that Joy is about to deliver.
And I want you to try and establish her long and low connection, like now, like how she is a little bit now, and being able to just tickle your inside range, tickle your outside range, make her know that you're there, but you're not pulling back on her. So right now she's in a really lovely frame so far. Outside way.
See, now I feel like my rate, are they too long now or no?
I would adjust with your elbow a lot more. Does that make sense? So you're trying to act like your elbow is elastic.
Okay.
Yes.
See, if I want to short now, I just pull back.
Absolutely. And if it is like you're sitting here, and the ideal place should be like right here. So a lot of walk stuff, they always simply talk about swing of the rib cage. You really want to try and get motion of side to side. It's not a front to back motion. It's trotting is a front to back motion, but right now walking is side to side. You should feel like your hips are going left, right.
Yeah,
Because you're working with her. And it's like you're walking your horse forward. You're pushing momentum in your horse. Because if you're simply going front back, you are really stopping the motion.
So I've never used my seat before.
The more that you start to use your seat, the less you will work with your knees. You will simply start to feel like you're sitting on your pockets. You want to feel like that, the interior tilt underneath you. It takes a lot of muscle memory. I don't see any issue with your leg. And you're so much more like straight and linear.
Yeah.
And compared to with your jump saddle, your leg was always chair in front
I've
of
always
you.
like that before.
But not even now, even when your leg was a little forward.
It wasn't.
This is naturally putting you in a linear position, which is incredible. And it really is all about your hip angle. So if you feel like you're leaning forward, you need to adjust how you're sitting in your saddle. And you're using your adductor to squeeze, which are like
The inner.
yes. Oh, you better go out there, girl. She used to do that sometimes with me. And I would use your leg a lot more to push her out than dragging her over with your hand when you're trying to make that correction.
Got it.
So why don't you walk the other way now, and we'll see how she goes. I do see that she is not really being so evasive so far right now with your hand.
The canter on the walk to me, I feel like I got.
Mm-hmm.
The trot, And the posty trifecta I got is the sitting trot.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the hardest? For me, that's the hardest case.
Sitting trot is gonna take a lot of muscles because it is very, very different in your dressage saddle versus your English saddle.
I can only really do sitting trot good bareback. Honestly.
Okay.
The bareback.
So what about when you're doing sitting trot with no stirrups? That is the closest thing that mimics it. Yeah.
It is.
So I would do a lot more of that and then slowly keep picking up your stirrups.
Got it.
They're like reaching for the stirrups a lot of times because they want to only have their 2 seatbones centered in the saddle. And that's what they want their weight relying on, not on the stirrup. But that's not what you're used to. Like, how are you going to just change it overnight? A big adjustment. I personally would give a lot with my inside rein, which is your right rein. And I would try and still ask for her to be collected and slightly bent. There you go. And keep pushing her out with your inside leg. And I would establish your bend and moving her forward now before you think about trotting. Line down your next long side, coming around. Yeah, we're going to go our other walk direction now. This is your next long side. And whenever you're coming back up towards the barn next, you'll pick up a trot. So this whole next walk, it's this long side and your short side. I really want you to try and think about just funneling her into the bridle lightly with keeping a little bit more outside rein than inside rein.
Outside rein.
And outside rein a little bit tighter, maybe 1 or 2 pounds of pressure, and being able to give and take with your inside rein.
Hold up there.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes. And ideally, your outside rein will always have a little bit of contact where it's not looping. And your inside rein is the one that can do the loop. So I like to ride her where my left hand would have, like, let's say, 2 pounds of pressure in the contact of the bit. And at the same time, you should be able to give with your left rein and you can be able to have that independent mobility. Can you put your right hand forward and put a loop in your rein?
Oh, and that?
Yeah, but without releasing your left hand.
Oh, yeah, like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's how I start to get her to soften in the trot. So only one hand is releasing.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'd never heard this.
So you're
She loves it.
taking a feel with your outside rein, you're having some consistency, and your give and your take is with your inside.
She does like that.
It makes her feel very safe and secure.
Wow.
And she prefers a little bit more contact. And as
She does. She loves contact.
Yes, and as you start to get her lower and lower, more sinking into the bridle, not coming in, sinking down, it makes a big difference for her to still have that contact. How I got her to feel comfortable and soften the quickest is when I'm trotting up and I'm doing things, I'm still maintaining that outside pressure, but my inside rein is a sponge. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, like, when you want to, like, say, hey, soften up, you're squeezing, you're releasing with your inside rein.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever you're ready to try, let's see how she is. Really nice. And I want you to still always be thinking about that the outside rein needs to have the contact. The inside is not it.
Everybody, stay tuned for the part 2 video of the complete video of Joy giving me a lesson on Javelin and then Maverick, and if Javelin and I found a solution or not to having contact and connection, and if we do find a solution, exactly what was that? Because Joy may have this secret piece of the puzzle that I've been trying to find for years, and Maverick. So stay tuned. How's Maverick going to do? How's Javelin going to do? And see if these new dressage buttons are translating across the herd. I hope you enjoyed this video and saw the progress. This was an incredible transformation for me. I was very honest and vulnerable. I tried completely different things. I became obsessed with Amelia Newcomb's dressage videos on YouTube. Thank you if she's watching. You have no idea what you've done for me and my herd. And I'm definitely going to sign up for your online classes so I can progress. And I do want to learn about the passage and the piafs.
Sail away from the sound to Palau in the shade of Avalon, from Fiji to Tari.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and a quick comment, and stay tuned for the part 2 video. Alrighty, and subscribe, of course.